as Charlie would never meet Vaggie in this timeline. Charlie and Vaggie just wouldn't meet. Maybe Vaggie stayed an exorcist. Maybe she was never an exorcist. Or maybe she just didn't fall. Or maybe she fell at a different time. For whatever reason, Charlie didn't see Vaggie. As the days passed, however, Charlie would still open up her happy hotel. As Charlie opened it up, not really anyone would join. However, Charlie would eventually get someone to join. His name was Angel. As without Vaggie's, intervention and strong side, Angel would be able to walk all over Charlie. But Angel was still like Charlie. After all, he liked to have a place to crash and to do whatever he wanted. And this was fitting him quite well, as Charlie would sigh and say, at least I'm making a difference. As then we cut to Adam. As Adam was in heaven, he would then sit back and say, today's gonna be a good day. As Adam felt kind of lonely, though. He didn't really have anyone. True, he led the extermination, but it's not like that gave him anyone. And keep in mind, this Adam is going to be completely different from the canon Adam for this story to work. So if you say the canon Adam wouldn't do that, then you're correct. That's the point. As this Adam would look around lonely, he would start to look at Lute. He would talk to Lute and try to flirt with her, telling her that, he was an accomplished exorcist, as she knew because she worked with him, trying to show off his strengths, as Lute would say, sir, I don't like you like that. And sir, I don't think any of us do. You lead us and we respect you, but you don't have the passion that we do. As Adam would be saddened by this. In this timeline, Adam wasn't a dude bro. He doesn't cause havoc for the sake of havoc. He's more like a machine when he fights that does what he's told for the sake of it. As then Adam would sigh and walk off. The exorcists didn't see him as an outcast. They viewed him as a great leader, but no one really liked him. He kind of just did what he was supposed to do, and that was it. Adam would become depressed, wondering if he could ever find someone who could love him. As Adam didn't know if he could find this person or if they actually existed. Maybe he was destined to be alone. As then we cut back to Charlie. As Charlie was sitting at the hotel, eventually someone arrived, the radio demon. As Alistair would go up to Charlie, Charlie would be more tempted to shake his hand, as Charlie would be more desperate in this time. But Charlie would not make a deal with him, at least not in this scenario, wink wink. As Charlie would refuse the deal, things would go like in canon, but Charlie didn't have Vaggie. Charlie felt alone. She felt like no one believed in her. She felt like no one was there to support her. Worse, much, much, much worse. No one ever will be. No one will ever be there to support her. She's now alone forever. She has nothing to do and nothing she could ever do. As Charlie felt all these feelings, eventually she would go to meet Adam. As she was feeling down, so was Adam. Adam felt alone. He felt like he couldn't have anyone. As suddenly Charlie would walk in. As Charlie began to look around, she saw Adam and Lute. As Charlie would put down her papers and begin to sigh. But then Adam would look at her, and Adam couldn't believe it. She was the most beautiful girl Adam's ever seen. Adam was, intrigued, really, with Charlie. Adam saw Charlie and saw that she had a lot of potential. But then Lute would say, sorry, we're not, as in Adam would say, wait a second, let's hear her out. This shocked Lute, and Charlie would say, you want to hear me out? Actually listen? Adam would say, yeah, I'll listen. Charlie would then light up as she was so excited, as she was so happy. She couldn't believe this. She couldn't believe that she saw someone. She couldn't believe that she saw someone who believed in her dream, or not even believe, but just listen to her. She knew he was probably going to try to exterminate them, but the fact that he listened meant something. As Charlie kept on talking, Adam would just stare at her, as Adam admired her beauty, as Adam admired her, cuteness. As then Adam kept on staring, Charlie would keep on talking. As Charlie would say, any questions? So could you visit heaven to pitch this idea? Maybe we don't have to exterminate. Lute would say, what the F's wrong with you? Silence, Lute. As then Charlie said, all right. As she opened the door and left, Lute would say, sir, you've always completed the job without question. Why this change of wait a second? As Adam and Lute would talk, Lute would start to yell at Adam. I can't believe you would do this.
I can't believe you would choose her kind, over us. Adam would say, shut up, Lute. I've been alone for so damn long. We just go out and wipe people out. Maybe I did see a little bit of myself in her. It's not like it's gonna mean anything. I'll just get a meeting and I'll shoot her down. Lute would say, I hope you're... Oh, put your sock in it. Lute would say, don't talk to me like that. You may be my superior, but what, Lute? I'm supposed to be unhappy forever? I'm supposed to just be an outcast up there because I'm not insane like you guys, but I'm not quote-unquote normal enough? You know what it's like to be ostracized every day? Do you know what it's like just to sit there in the middle, having nowhere to belong? As Lute would say, sir, I understand. No, you don't. As then they would go back to heaven.
As then, we cut to Charlie. As Charlie was talking to, well, Angel and Alistair, saying how she got a meeting with heaven. Everyone was shocked that it actually went this well. Suddenly, Angel would say, that's effing awesome. Alistair would say, yes, I can't believe this either. It's probably a trap. Charlie would say, why do you have to be so negative? It's going to be so cool. As Charlie was excited to get all her bags packed, as she couldn't wait for this. She couldn't wait to go to heaven. She couldn't wait to speak to them. Meanwhile, we cut to Adam, who got the meeting to happen. As now people around him were being upset at him, being mad at him. But the first time ever, he didn't care. All he wanted to do was see Charlie.
As Charlie then went to heaven, she was amazed by all the clouds, amazed by all the buildings, but Adam was amazed by her. As Adam looked at her, and Charlie looked at Adam, and he looked kind of nice, as they both stood together, and they would begin to talk to each other. But then Sarah sit down and say, why do you think these people should be redeemed?
Sarah would look at them both with serious eyes, as Sarah was gonna need a strong case for this to go. As Adam took a big gulp, he would say, play your case, Charlie. As Charlie would tell her about everything, tell her about the happy hotel, let out her heart. Suddenly, something would happen. They would all laugh at her. As Adam would say, stop laughing. As Lute would say, he's a simp. As then they would all start to laugh at Adam and laugh at Charlie. As Charlie would look around, she would say, looks like they're not too nice. Adam would say, I'm sorry, Charlie, I wasted your time. Sarah would say, so that's it. So you'll go and exterminate them. Adam would say, no. Sarah would say, that's not a no. By the way, in this timeline, people knew about the extermination in heaven. So keep in mind, this is like a different universe almost. Okay, let me keep it going. As then, Adam would refuse to do the extermination, as Sarah would kick him out of heaven. As he fell down out of heaven, his suit became dark and red. As Charlie said, I'm sorry I did this to you, I'm sorry. Suddenly, Adam would hug Charlie and say, thank you. I now have a place where I belong. And I was wondering if you want to go on a date with me. Charlie would be shocked, but then she would smile and say, I'd love to. As they would hold hands and walk back to the hotel. Adam was now a demon. He now didn't belong in heaven, but he had a new home down here with his girlfriend, Charlie. As they talked, as they kissed, and as they done other things together. What would they do now? How would Adam adjust to his new life? Well, all those would be a tale for another day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I recorded like a 3-minute outro about my life and about all this stuff. And guess what? It didn't even save. So, yep, you guys are never gonna know what that's about. But I guess it's for the best, you know. Do you feel old ever? Because I feel old a lot. And I'm, like, young and in my prime. It's just because of the internet. Because, like, the fidget spinners were, like, everywhere. And then they died out. React channels. Now, there's still a few React channels that I still watch. But most of them kind of, like, died out. Or, like, stopped having lots of views. People just got tired of watching reactions, I feel like. And now all the good reactions are just people's faces with green screen. But yeah, just a reaction to are just, for the most part, just kind of, well, gone. So yeah, and I guess that's how trends go. I feel like the old man, you know that meme where they're like, where grandma says something, blah, 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 and they're like, okay, grandma, let's get you to bed. I'm like, do you remember when reaction channels were everywhere? Okay, let's go to bed. I remember when prank channels were everywhere. There's still prank channels, but, like, pranks were, like, a big, big thing back in the day. Pranks were, like, everywhere. But yeah. Anyway, I'm just glad that you all are here for me, that I can make a channel that you all will watch, and I can make these stories. And the reasons I go on and on about life and stuff after this, because I like to open myself up to people. I like to show them a bit about myself. But at the same time, I'm a very private person. I know that contradicts a lot, but it's true. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you're having a great day, because, I am. I have some bumps here and there. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say everything's been perfect. There's been a few moments today where I wish I could get certain images out of my head. I know that's very vague, but don't worry. I'm fine. I'm definitely fine. But yeah. I love you all very, very much, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful night, wonderful whatever you're watching this on. Love you. If you don't think anyone loves you, you're wrong, because I love you. Peace out.